What's good, everybody? This is Gentleman Jug,
This is Son.
and welcome to the Gentleman Juggcast. I am Gentleman Jug.
And I am Son.
All right. So, we got a new movie to talk about this week, folks. And what is that movie, Son?
Justice League Dark.
What?
Justice League Dark.
Okay. All right.
I was like, Jolly Doug.
That's what you sound like. Okay, but before we get into all of that, what did you want to talk about?
World Wrestling Entertainment.
Okay, more specifically,
Last week's SmackDown and yesterday's Raw, because for us it's Tuesday.
it's Tuesday, and I don't know. I guess I'm Mr. Promises. I keep saying I'm going to try to do this on freaking Monday, but shit keeps getting in the way.
So it's always Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's not that I want it to be. I don't want it to be on Tuesdays. I want it to be on Monday. But for some reason, stuff keeps getting in the way. Tuesday's the day.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, all right, take me there, son.
Well, on last week's SmackDown, we had the Usos versus the Mysterios for the tag team titles. And they lost.
Yeah, but like the reason why they lost is because what?
I think they got like something unfair happened.
Yeah, from how I understand it, they is Jimmy. He got pinned by Dominic Mysterio, and his shoulder was up.
Yeah.
And when his shoulder was up, the referee didn't see it, and they counted it. Which, look, I'm really not usually a fan of those kind of things, but in this story, it kind of works. It's like they didn't lose, but they sure as hell didn't win.
Yeah,
kind of deal, and I'm okay with that. I didn't hate the story choice. I'm actually like, I'm wondering what's going on. Like is Jimmy and Jay, are they gonna freaking be working with Roman Reigns? The thing is that like they're in this fantastic storyline where I don't know what's gonna happen. I thought I knew what was gonna happen. I remember saying a while back, hey, the Usos they're going to work with Roman. It's already set up that that's going to be what happens.
But like, I just don't know. I don't really know anything.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm just guessing here. And a lot of things I was like, hey, the Dirty Dogs are going to sit there and lose to the Mysterio so that the Usos can take it from a face team. And it was happening that way. That's what was going down. And then they didn't win. And I'm like, okay, you know what? They might want to let the Mysterios have the titles for longer than a month.
Yeah.
That might be what it is. I'm not sure, but they didn't win. The Usos did not win. So, Roman Reigns had a thing where he sat there and was talking to Jay and said, "Hey, Jimmy," and he's like, "Hey, my name is Jay." He's like,
"Does it really matter?
Do I really give a fuck?"
Yeah.
You're pissing me off, Jay. But whatever. I don't know. I'm liking the story. I'm assuming still that Jimmy and Jay are both going to be on the same page with Roman for a while. I'm assuming that that's what's going to happen.
I'm not sure though.
I'm not 100% certain. And Jalen, this is why wrestling was great back when I was growing up, because of shit like this.
I guess now this is the only good thing.
It's the only thing I really want to watch. And plus I want to see Seth Rollins and Cesaro, because I thought that I was going to be tired with that, but I'm not really tired of it. So
yeah,
I thought I was going to be bored with that.
Yeah, so I watched SmackDown for both stories.
Yeah. I don't hate Bianca Belair versus Bayley again. I'm fine with that. I don't hate it. I don't hate the IC title things that are happening. I'm not really following it that much, but I don't really hate it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown is doing fine.
Yeah, and then they got their 2 good stories.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Roman Reigns is not gonna defend his title at Hell in a Cell this week, or not this week. This pay-per-view.
It'll probably just maybe like just a normal match, not like in the actual cage.
Maybe, I don't know. I was suspecting that they were going to be in the cage, but I guess that's not going to happen. You know what? What if it happens like last year, where Roman was in the cage with Jay, and then this year he's in the cage with Jimmy?
Yeah,
just like I'm getting sick and tired of your fucking shit, Jimmy. You will fucking acknowledge me, otherwise I'm going to beat your ass in that cage. I don't know.
I think that maybe some eventually he's gonna have to beat up Jimmy somehow.
Sooner or later, Jimmy's gonna get baptized by getting an ass whooping. So
yeah, just like Jay was.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. Hopefully this Friday some shit will be awesome.
Yeah.
They haven't really had any missteps yet. So,
So don't do that.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do it. But so far it's been great wrestling on SmackDown.
I better not see Goldberg come back out of nowhere. He's like, so Roman, I never got to fight you at WrestleMania.
I hope that doesn't happen. I'm really not interested in seeing Oldberg.
Yeah,
I'm not interested.
I don't want to see Brock Lesnar fight him either.
I'm not against Brock Lesnar showing up, but I'd much rather not
see it.
I really rather not see it. Let somebody else get in there. Hell, well, I mean, Cesaro's going to be busy for a bit, but I don't know who else they could have fight Roman Reigns for right now. That's why I'm thinking that they're just kind of like focusing on the tag titles with the Usos.
Yeah, because like we don't have opponents yet. Maybe they're waiting for a draft so they can get more people in there to fight Roman.
You know who they could have gotten would have been Braun Strowman. Oh, too soon.
They could have gotten Aleister Black.
Yeah, they could have gotten him. But
they only built him up just for him to show up, attack, and just be
and then get fired. Oh, it's too soon.
Which leaves Big E to do nothing now.
Maybe that means Big E's gonna show up.
Yeah,
I mean, we always wanted him to show up. I don't think he will beat Roman Reigns, but we did want him to show up.
I at least want to see him fight him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what Big E can do now that he's done with Apollo.
Yeah, he can go after the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
I mean, is he gonna freaking go after Roman Reigns? I mean, I guess he'd be the next person in line. They keep talking about this imaginary line, like you go to the back of the line whenever they lose, but I'm like,
seems like when you lose, you just get pushed upper.
Yeah, you get pushed up further, and I'm like, okay, well,
if you win, you just go back farther.
I don't know, man. It's the problem that I'm having, like with Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. Now they seem to be making this thing seem to be like this is the last fight that these two people are going to have, and the problem that I have with it is that to me it's just not compelling anymore.
Yeah,
I don't care anymore. I thought at one time that this is what I wanted, to see these two guys fight, but for me, it's like wash, rinse, and repeat in a bad way. Like when Roman Reigns fights, I'm okay with it. If it's wash, rinse, and repeat. Like how long did him and Kevin Owens fight? How long did him and Jay Uso fight?
Yeah.
How long did him and Daniel Bryan fight? How long did him and Edge argue? I was in. Just because I just wanted to see the where it went, but like it's like I'm watching Bobby Lashley and I'm watching Drew McIntyre, and I'm just like I am so bored.
It's kind of the same thing again.
It's the exact same thing every single time. We got to figure out how to get Drew McIntyre to finagle his way back into the title picture so that we can fight Bobby Lashley. And some way, somehow, a distraction is going to happen or whatever. There's going to be some way to sit there and protect Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. And in this particular instance, it was freaking Braun Strowman, who last year was the Universal Champion.
Yeah.
You know,
for a while.
Freaking had a freaking WrestleMania match with a McMahon.
He also beat Goldberg.
And he beat Goldberg. You know, so I'm like, they're pushing this dude to the moon. But like, I saw an article where he was saying that he felt that he was like not being utilized in a specific way because like of the big men, he was supposed to take the torch from Big Show.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden almost showed up. And then freaking Dabba-Kato showed up.
Or I guess what they call Commander Aziz.
Yeah, Aziz. I can't, I'll freaking die not remembering his name. But yeah, Commander Aziz, you know, those two guys are big men, bigger than Braun Strowman. And they showed up, and now it's like he's no longer like the biggest guy there.
Yeah, now they let him get beat up by Mason T-Bar.
Yeah, you know, I'm sick of those two. I really don't like them.
I don't think they're with Bobby Lashley anymore.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm just done with those two. You know, maybe they need to freaking just separate. Like, if you're splitting up tag teams, why aren't you splitting them up?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're not good as a tag team to me.
Maybe they could go to the same place Slapjack went.
Wherever the fuck he went. I don't know where he fucking went. He just disappeared. You know.
He went to Jack in the Box.
Yeah. Wherever Mustafa Ali has been hanging out. I don't know.
Wherever Keith Lee has been hanging out. Like that on Raw, like so many people just disappear.
Yeah, and then we don't get any explanation as to where they went.
Or even where did Jinder Mahal go? I thought I saw him.
He was there. He was there. I don't.
And then like Jeff Hardy, he shows up every once in a while just to disappear.
Well, I know where Sheamus is. He got injured in his fight with Humberto Carrillo. I guess there was like one injury for another injury. Like Humberto Carrillo, Sheamus landed on his leg that one match.
Every time they fight, it just seems they injure each other.
Yeah, and then Humberto Carrillo broke his nose. So Sheamus went and got his face fixed up. And then now,
are we sure this is not a real fight?
No, I mean, I don't think it's a real fight. I don't even think that they hate you. I think that mistakes happen, but for some reason it's happening the most with them. So, you know,
they're just hurting each other.
I would love to see that be a story. Like every time we get in the ring with each other, we hurt something, you know?
So, you know, kind of makes sense for a Hell in a Cell match.
I would think so, but you know, whatever.
Whatever.
I don't really care about what's going on with Cedric Alexander. I don't really care what's going on with Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, this is the one thing we have to talk about.
I don't care about what's happening with the women's Raw title.
Yeah.
I don't care about what's happening with the tag titles for women either. Why do we even watch this fucking show? I don't care about hardly anything on Raw.
Did you see what happened to Shayna Baszler?
You know, that shit is just it's they're trying to make Alexa Bliss be the Undertaker. That's what they're trying to do. That's what I see is what's happening. You know, it's like Bray Wyatt could torture a female. Bray Wyatt could be chasing her and she trips, oh, my knee, or whatever they used to say back then.
You like come out of the corner as the Fiend.
Anything.
But
they got to do here. Alexa Bliss, and I just don't see Alexa Bliss able to beat Shayna Baszler.
The Fiend's not even, I think he's just gone.
He might be just gone.
I mean,
I'm expecting a story at some point in time where like Bray Wyatt was let go from WWE.
Yeah,
that's what I'm expecting that to be a thing.
I'm surprised he hasn't been fired yet. Because I'm like, you fired all these other people who are on the show and he's not even on the show. So it's like, maybe he found the place where Keith Lee went to.
And that's where he's been hanging out. They're about the same size, roughly.
He's like, yo, Keith Lee, remember when I used to win matches?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I remember when I used to win matches too. So.
Yeah, but then we had her stomp on the doll and...
They had Shayna Baszler stomp on a fucking on the Lizzie. Is that what her name is?
I think it's Lily.
Lily? Okay. See, I don't give a fuck. They had her stomp on that fucking doll, and then the doll got pissed.
And then like the screens went everywhere, and then we had fire, and it's like, oh no, fire that's nowhere, that's not even touching me.
Well, it was closer to her than it was to that dude. What's his name? Reginald?
Backflip man.
Backflip. He didn't backflip not once that I saw him. I know he front flipped a lot.
He could have just backflipped. He could have just front flipped away from the fire.
Well, I don't care. As long as Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are not together, I'm okay. I was hoping that they would make, Shayna Baszler look vicious and evil and angry and mean again.
But instead, it's like, oh no, the doll! I gotta lock the door. I gotta barricade the door with the couch.
Yeah, and she's in there just screaming like a jackass, and I'm like, I don't like this. I really don't.
And then they look.
This could have easily been Nia Jax.
And they look at the mirror, and the doll's there.
Why wasn't this Nia Jax? Now that I think about it, her boyfriend Reginald had been getting attacked, right?
Yeah, should have been Nia Jax.
It should have been Nia Jax who's pissed off at her at freaking Alexa Bliss.
But Nia Jax went to the same place that all the other wrestlers who disappeared went to.
Well, I mean, they're allowed to have 1 week off, but the places where the wrestlers go to, they're gone for like months.
Yeah, the Fiend's been gone for like at least a month
since WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then the best part is she kicks the mirror and just screams, and that's how the show ends.
I got no words. I don't care.
This might not be a Hell in a Cell match.
This probably would have played better for me if it was Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler could have gone on to freaking start challenging for the title. That's what I wanted to see.
Shayna Baszler should have become like who she was before, like WrestleMania 36, where she was beating up everybody. Or when she bit Becky Lynch on the neck.
And I guess drew blood.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against any of that. It's just I don't get it.
You turn that into this.
Vince likes to ruin characters, and so that's what he's doing here. I don't know.
They ruined the Fiend, so the Fiend's gone.
Well, I don't know.
And I guess RK Bro might be breaking up.
I know. I saw that too. What the fuck, dude? They're already getting mad at each other, and I'm just like,
what?
I'm like, it's too early. They just became a tag team, and now here they are. I think they're about to feud with each other.
I'm like, you gotta be joking. They were just a tag. They just became a tag team. What are you doing? It was like, I was expecting, oh, okay, so maybe like Riddle was going to turn heel or Randy Orton was going to turn face, and they were actually going to be a tag team for a while and actually win the tag team titles. They haven't even gotten the tag team titles, and they're already mad at each other. I'm like, seriously?
I'm done. I don't know what to do with Raw anymore. We're just waiting for SmackDown, and then Friday can't come fast enough. It's Tuesday, so
yeah, I don't. Every time I see Raw, I'm just like, I don't want to watch this.
I don't want to watch it. I watch it because you watch it.
Yeah.
So, and you want to talk about wrestling, so I'm like, well, we got to watch everything, even when it sucks.
And it really sucks.
So, whatever. I think we need to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
So this week's movie is
Justice League Dark.
Justice League Dark. Now, this flick came out in 2017. What did you think about it?
I liked it.
I liked it too. Probably not as much as you liked it. I don't know. I didn't watch it with you, so I have no idea what you think. I have no clue what you think. But this movie is going to have Matt Ryan playing Constantine. Now, you have seen him in his own TV show on the CW called Constantine. He gets to also play the voice.
I like that show.
I thought it was fine for the season it was on.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. It just didn't get watched like everybody was hoping it would get watched, but whatever.
It's not bad compared to what I'm watching right now.
Well, it was season 1. Usually season 1 CW shows do pretty well.
And then it's like season 2 or 3 when it all goes bad.
Well, I want to say season 3 is the magic number. Somewhere in season 3, they fall into the trope of like, let's be fucking stupid.
That's what the Flash did. That's what Arrow did. That's what Supergirl.
Well, Arrow
did.
didn't do it to me until season 4.
Oh,
Somewhere when Damien Dark showed up, that's when I was like, okay, now we're getting kind of stupid.
so let's stop, guys.
We got like 10 superheroes here who all have to listen to Oliver Queen. And yeah, they all know how to fight, and I'm just like, well,
Molly fights a magic dude.
Yeah, he fights one magic dude, and I guess everybody who was on his team. But what we're getting aside from that, okay? Yeah, so Matt Ryan playing Constantine on pretty much everything that Constantine shows up on. So, whether it be animated or live action or animated,
I wonder if they ever do a movie for another Constantine movie. Would they get him?
I can't see why they wouldn't. I mean, like they had Keanu Reeves, John Wick play Constantine once, and I didn't like it. I mean, well, you know what? I tell you that I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I didn't hate it. But he's not Constantine to me. This Matt Ryan, who's been playing Constantine since the Constantine TV show, is playing Constantine here in this movie.
Yeah.
So, and he's good at it. So I guess that's why they keep picking him to do it, because he's good at it. He looks like him and he still acts like him. So it's like, it makes sense.
They also got him for Legends of Tomorrow. He's on there now too as Constantine.
Yeah. So it's like, there you go. I haven't been watching very many CW shows, so I guess I should get into it. I don't remember when I stopped. But I know at some point in time, I know I haven't seen season 4 of Supergirl. So I guess all the shows that were happening that year, I haven't seen. Their crossovers just don't do it for me anymore.
Yeah, like I thought maybe that the first one, maybe the second one were okay, but then like after that, especially that Crisis one wasn't great.
Yeah.
The one where they're like, so you remember Clark Kent from Smallville? You know how he spent 10 years getting all those powers? Well, guess what? He said, actually, I changed my mind, guys.
I don't want the powers anymore. And it's like, it's okay. Whatever. Don't care. So we got the same familiars: Jason O'Mara, Batman; Rosario Dawson, Wonder Woman. We got Jerry O'Connell, Superman. Newcomers. We got Camilla Luddington as Zatanna. We got Ray Chase's Etrigan. I'm assuming he's also playing the voice of Jason Blood. They didn't. I couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe, you know what? I didn't look hard enough. Really, that's what that is. I didn't look hard enough. We got Roger Cross. This dude's playing Swamp Thing. We have Nicholas Turturro playing Deadman. Enrico Colantoni as Felix Faust, and Alfred Molina as Dr. Destiny. So, I mean, we got a pretty good cast here.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. This was a different take because the Justice League are finding out that there are people across the country, across the world actually, who are just doing horrific things where they're seeing people as demons and they're deciding to kill them. The movie even opens with a woman sitting there. She gets into a car crash with like she's driving her car and somebody hits her from behind in their car. As you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get out of the car and collect insurance information, but when she gets there, the dude's a fucking demon.
So she gets back in the car.
So she gets back in the car and runs over more demons. Turns out that those are not demons. She's hallucinating, and they're people.
She's like running a bunch of people over.
Yeah, and killed a lot of them too. And Wonder Woman stops it. Then you cut to a family, a guy. He's about to freaking murk his family in the face. With a shotgun, like he's ready to pull the trigger. Superman shows up. No, you ain't shooting here today, son. And
in these movies, Superman's got nothing but all the muscles.
Hey, he's got all the muscles, just beef cake in it.
That's like in every single movie. That's just how Superman looks.
All beef.
Except in Flashpoint, he was just all all
He's
twigs.
all twigs and everything. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Superman now, and he is beef. So I'm just all about like, dude, freaking, you can. He can stare me to death, and he probably would with his heat vision. I'm just do it, beef. So
Beef.
yeah, Batman. He's a lean side of beef. I like how Wonder Woman looks. Don't get me wrong. I think she's fucking gorgeous here. She still doesn't have her trademark costume yet.
Nope.
But I'm sure that she'll show up with it sooner or later. Somebody will freaking do something when we get to the Wonder Woman movie. If we're gonna get there, but not the live action one, the New 52 one. But whatever. So Superman comes in and just dude shoots him right in his beefy chest, and then you find out that this guy here has also killed the neighbors, and he's been torturing them as well. I guess thinking that they're demons. And then we cut to a woman. She's on the roof. She's about to throw her baby off the roof.
Batman shows
up, and she throws the baby off the roof. He gets down, he catches it, turns around, and she's thrown herself off the roof. So it's like, okay, that's cool. A new intriguing story. So the Justice League get together, and you see all of them together. And my question is this: John Stewart, Green Lantern, showed up.
Yeah.
If we're watching these movies in order, like we are, why is he there?
He just said, "I'm just filling in for Hal."
Okay, fine. But then so was Martian Manhunter,
and we never even seen him.
We never saw him show up.
He's just like, "Oh, hey guys, I was here the whole time."
Yeah, and Hawkman.
Yeah, where did he come?
Where did he come from?
He's like, "Hey guys,
I'm here.
I'm here too."
He didn't even say anything. They just showed him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Okay, now I can give you that Batman maybe started recruiting people off screen. It seems that he does recruit people to be in the Justice League at times.
But he could have at least said something.
Hawkman, John Stewart, Martian Manhunter. Thank you for being here.
But instead, it's just
they just
silence.
Show up. They don't even say anything.
And then John Stewart's like, "Oh yeah, guys, I'm here."
Yeah, I'm filling in for Hal.
But since John Stewart's, maybe he's filling in for Cyborg too, because I didn't see Cyborg.
I didn't see Cyborg at all.
So I'm like,
I thought he was in the Justice League, or is he hanging with the Titans right now?
Maybe he's just gonna chill with the Titans.
I don't know.
He can only.
I haven't seen that movie yet, so.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe from the last one that we watched, maybe he just stayed with them.
And maybe he did. Now, this is another 1 hour and 15-minute movie.
Yeah.
So you would expect things to be flying through at breakneck pace, like Batman Bad Blood. This movie really isn't flying that fast, but there are times in this movie where it does feel like we got to wrap it up. Let's go. But we'll get there in this podcast. Bruce Wayne is at his house, and he's shaving his face.
Yep.
That perfectly chiseled jawline.
Yeah.
And he cuts himself shaving. Oh no.
Oh no. Well, that's his excuse for everything. He could have like a bullet wound and be like, "Oh, that was from shaving."
Whoops. I shave with bullets. So he does that, and he washes his face off. He looks up in the mirror, and Constantine's in the freaking mirror.
The word
Constantine's in the mirror. Then he goes back into his bedroom, and Constantine's written all over the walls. And he's like, all right, I guess I need to go see that. So before we talk about what happened there and who did that shit, let's take a quick break. Hey, you guys, sorry to stop here in the middle of whatever fantastic point that I was about to make about whatever it is you're listening to. But I got to talk to you about this week's sponsor, Anchor FM. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Look, I've been doing this podcast for probably about a little while, and this app is actually very, very, very easy to use. It's been a lot of fun for me and Son to sit there and record. So why don't you get started with anchor.fm? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to the podcast.
All right, thanks, Jugg, for that ad read. He's a good looking guy. That guy, Jugg. You know, he shatters ankles. He eats ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, just a man's man. Man. Okay. So let's say we get back to it. So Batman goes to see a live magic show with Zatanna.
Yeah.
Now, Zatanna here, she's looking freaking gorgeous to me right now in this freaking thing. She's an animated girl, and I'm just getting the warm and fuzzies with Zatanna here. And she does her magic show, and she looks great. And after the show's over, backstage, Batman is there as Batman.
Nice. I'm wondering, was he just sitting like in the show as Batman?
I don't know, man, but that's where he ended up. Was he's in the dressing room as Batman? He's like, yo,
I keep around people's dressing rooms,
right? And so he's showing up, and he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on with Zatanna. What's going on with all this? What's happening? So
he says, "You don't want PETA on your back."
Yeah, and she's like, "The elephants ain't even real. Fuck them." Okay, but hell, PETA is the one who got pissed off that Pokemon was a thing. Like, are you serious? But whatever. So during this time while he's talking to Zatanna, Deadman shows up and freaking he tries to possess Batman, but he ends up getting kicked out because he can't handle that. He can't handle being the Batman.
Yeah, Batman. He's like that guy's too strong.
And why is Batman able to do this?
Willpower.
Because he's Batman. I laid it up and you missed it. Because he's Batman.
Well, that too.
So, whatever. We cut to Constantine and Jason Blood playing cards with a few demons. They call themselves the Demons 3, even though only 2 of them talk. But and they're playing cards and they're cheating at cards, and Constantine puts up his House of Mystery in the bet in exchange for, I guess, whatever they got. A few trinkets here and there. Whatever, but turns out both sides are cheating, and they get into a fight, and Constantine forces Etrigan to come out of Jason Blood, even though Jason Blood said, I don't want him to come out. And they fight and they win, whatever. You can see that this Constantine, just like in the TV show, is an asshole. He's a right asshole.
Yeah, but that makes his character kind of funny.
I like him because nobody trusts him, because everybody hates him because of what he has done. He's always freaking like I'm going to do this, and that's going to be how it is. And if you're upset with me, you're upset with me, whatever.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
So, it is what it is. But while Zatanna and Deadman and Batman are in the Batmobile driving to go see Constantine, we get Deadman's origin story, and it's fine. Basically a Dick Grayson thing, but instead of his family getting killed, he gets killed instead. And now he's dead, and he's been given a second chance to not pass on to hell or heaven, whichever one that they allow him to go to. He doesn't get to pass on, so he gets to figure out who and other people to freaking help, and so on and so forth.
So he just possesses people.
Pretty much. On the way to this house, the Batmobile is attacked by a tornado that literally eats the Batmobile.
Yep.
Like literally eats the Batmobile. Like it sprouts a mouth and eyes, and it eats the Batmobile. And I guess this tornado is supposed to protect the house. But once they get to the house, and Constantine's like, get in, and the tornado's like, well, I ate the Batmobile. I came for what I came for.
And it disappears.
And then it just disappears. No wreckage, no nothing from the Batmobile. That's also just gone.
Yeah.
So I think he literally ate it.
Batman's like, oh well, I'll get a new one.
I'll get a new one. Okay, I'm not even worried about that one. I'm fucking Batman. I shit Batmobiles. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we get some more exposition and discover that Zatanna and Constantine used to be an item. They used to date. And whatever. So the story ends up leading them to Constantine's friend Richie and his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get there, and then the Grim Reapers are there.
Yeah, they're like, because he's dying.
They know that he's dying. Like, he doesn't have very much longer left to live, and apparently because Richie's done bad things.
I think it was because he said something about how something happened where Constantine accidentally gave him magical cancer.
Yeah, but on top of that, though, he's been doing apparently bad things, and so those Grim Reapers are coming to take him to hell.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't seem to be super upset about that he's going to hell. He's just like, they're coming, whatever.
They're coming for me, John.
They're just sitting out there waiting. And of course, apparently, they also been trying to get Batman because they want to take him to hell too.
Batman's like, what'd I do?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. What the fuck did Batman do? He hasn't killed anybody
in this timeline.
Yeah, in this timeline he's been fine. But whatever. So I'd like to know more about why the hell they want Batman.
And Batman scared one.
Yeah, he didn't even know he scared them because he can't see them.
Or did he?
Well, I mean, I guess he can sense that they're in front of him. Like, one of them's like, we've been trying to get this one for a long time, and he doesn't die. It's so infuriating. Then he's like looking at him right in the face and goes, boo, and it scares it. But I'm like, did Batman see that thing?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. When did Batman see him?
How did Batman see it?
How did he see it? They gave us an explanation on why Batman can see dead men. Is because Constantine's like, fuck this. I'm not playing telephone between the two of you assholes. So he made Deadpool visible to Batman, so Batman can physically talk to him.
They didn't do that for these guys, though.
No, not for these guys. So I'm like, why is Batman able to see these things if he can, which he shouldn't be able to, and why is he able to scare one of them when they have literally been to hell?
Because he's Batman.
Because he's Batman.
He just knows it's there.
That's why, So, whatever. Why are they here to talk to Richie? Because he's got a key. And what is this key supposed to do? Allow you to go inside somebody's freaking soul and see what the fuck is bothering them without having to, as Constantine put it, do 20 hours of freaking,
magic stuff.
Magic things. Yeah. So whatever. They go to one of these people that's been possessed, right? And, him and Zatanna go inside this guy's forehead and leaving Batman to watch and Deadman to freaking also help.
Yeah.
While they're in there, this black, I don't know, some guy is doing a spell which creates a black monster to show up and appear. Batman does fight it, and for some reason is doing pretty good against this thing.
Well, I
don't know why I keep saying for some reason. It's because he's Batman.
I mean, this Batman he beat Deathstroke with one punch.
He
also he's also gone against Darkseid. I mean, he beat Desaad.
He did a lot of things, and so he's awesome.
It's him and Damian that just take out everybody.
They take them all out because they're Batman and Robin. But whatever, So Batman does give it a good fight, and then during this entire time, they end, Zatanna and Constantine end up getting free of that guy's head, and they rush back down to Richie to tell what they found, and then they see that Richie has been stabbed, and it looks like he's been stabbed by Jason Blood.
Yeah, because Jason Blood's running away.
Yeah, Jason Blood starts running away. So of course they catch him. They save, Richie's soul, who I guess was being taken by the Grim Reapers, and they put it back in his body and save his life. And whatever, fine. So we then cut to showing Jason Blood's origin story about how he got the demon Etrigan put in him.
Yeah, by Merlin, the wizard.
Yeah, I mean, now Merlin's been a character that's been in DC Comics before, but for the most part, Merlin is like, he's just a magician as well, pretty powerful magician from his time period. But you see how Jason Blood and Etrigan basically became one.
Yeah,
and for those who don't know, Etrigan is a demon that comes out of Jason Blood and basically just takes over. Think like, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that. But like, he's not the Hulk with Bruce Banner's ideologies and thoughts and things like that. He's a different person altogether.
It's like an alternate person.
Yeah, just another being altogether. He's not the Hulk. The Hulk still like Bruce Banner loves Betty Ross and he loves what he loves and so on and so forth. But when he becomes the Hulk, he still has those same feelings for those same people.
He's just
angry. Whereas like Etrigan, even though he comes from Jason Blood, he is not Jason Blood. He's a completely different person.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, I like that I explained it properly the first time, and then I had to give like 3 more examples about this stupid thing. But whatever. It's not for them. It's for you, son. You don't fucking know. Whatever. Apparently during that time, Dr. Destiny, who we've talked about earlier, was the sorcerer that Etrigan and Jason Blood fought at the same time. Hence why they ended up becoming bonded together for 500 plus years.
Yep.
Yeah. So, whatever. So it turns out that Dr. Destiny can force people to become violent, that's showing that they are demons to each other and so on and so forth. So he's kind of been like in the background doing this shit. But basically in this entire freaking movie, it's really more like it is a detective story for the most part, but it just involves magic. I was expecting to see Dr. Fate at some point in time, but that just didn't happen. So later on, we end up freaking talking about the character Felix Faust and things like that. And Felix Faust is yet another sorcerer who also does bad things and so on and so forth. But they can't just get to his house, which is basically an observatory hidden on a cliff somewhere. And so the thought is like, hey, let's go freaking get Swamp Thing, another person who's in Justice League Dark. Now, Swamp Thing is different from how he was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, he was just a dude who just got swamp powers, like a lot like freaking Solomon Grundy.
Yeah.
So that's basically how he was. But then later on, it's now become like he's a divine god almost. Where like he's like protecting what they call the green, which means that him and Poison Ivy should be loving each other, but whatever.
I mean, they should be like a team.
They should be dating, him and Poison Ivy. They got the same goals.
I mean, they are in Lego Batman 3.
Right? I wouldn't know that. I don't play that game, but you know that. So,
yeah.
But whatever. So, Swamp Thing's like, fine, I'll help you get there. So he takes him there to Felix Faust's house. And they go in there and they attack Felix Faust.
He's like, oh no.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good fight. I dig it, One of the funny things to me is that Felix Faust apparently has made it to where all women in his house are silent. He did it for Zatanna, but he's just like, no, I'm just also doing it for all women. So, I thought that was a trip. But of course, then she gets mad and figures out how to stop the magic. And then she speaks and basically becomes a god. Storm, really. But she becomes a god.
And just trashes him.
And just freaking ragdolls him all over the place. Felix Faust was taking out everybody except for Batman, who just was, I guess he was just standing there.
Well, no, Batman was just using his rope and pulling stuff away.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He was just standing there, like, not doing really anything.
Batman's like, you guys got this, right?
Yeah, you guys got this. I don't even deal with magic, but whatever.
I don't know why, but I just like how whenever they're fighting like a super powerful threat, Batman's just standing there and he's like, all right, let's...
Just throws a batarang at it. Like, that worked.
In this movie, that's like his default move. He just throws a batarang.
He's thrown just batarangs at whatever is attacking that is magic. He's like, I don't know what else to do.
Like when he gets attacked by that demon thing that came out of the toilet, he just throws a batarang.
He just throws a batarang at it, and that's it. Okay, sure. So,
he threw a batarang at Felix Faust too.
Yeah, he hit him with a batarang. He's like, okay. So Felix Faust, after he's been defeated by Zatanna, who's about to sit there and freaking kill him, you find out that Zatanna has nothing on her soul that would allow her to go to hell. So Constantine kind of like talks her down and stops her from freaking doing all this stuff and whatever. But then like later on, Faust is like, why the fuck are you guys here at my house?
Yeah, man, I was just trying to look at the stars.
Yeah, I haven't done shit. They're like, well, look, you're here because we see that you got, that you're making all these other demons show up. It's like, no, I haven't done anything. And that's when, people start to sit there. Batman has like the freaking thing to solve it all. It's like, hey, what about your boy Richie?
And when they show Richie, he like just wakes up from his coma. He's like, oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
That made me laugh.
Oh, this is that good shit. Yeah, apparently Richie is he's the mastermind behind this. Where he decides he wants to get this particular trinket called the Dreamstone that apparently Etrigan was trying to kill Dr. Destiny for. And
I guess so he can cure himself.
So he can attempt to cure himself of his magic cancer. There you go. So he was going to do that, and it turns out that he does it and becomes immortal, but the Dreamstone has other ideas. And the Dreamstone decides, hey, we're going to get Dr. Destiny to come back through Richie. And so that's what happens. So Dr. Destiny is now shown to be the true mastermind of this whole thing. And he actually takes over and starts magicking all over the place.
He even made himself a giant force field so no one can hit him.
Yeah, which, why would a god need a force field? But whatever, You
don't see Darkseid with a force field.
You don't see Darkseid at all in this movie. But, so, the Justice League comes out and they show up and, of course, they're immediately infected by magic. Now, I've had this question asked me before by some friends. Why is it that Superman is infected by magic? Why is he worse by magic? And I'm like, think of it this way, in my opinion. Superheroes are like, they have their base powers, and then they have their powers that they have to sit there and think. Like Superman has super strength. That's just a thing. He doesn't have to even think about it. It's just a thing. Flash runs fast. He doesn't have to really think about it. But when he wants to sit there and push himself beyond that, then it's like flexing a muscle. Like, flex your muscle right now. Yeah, you can do that for a while until your arm's like, nope, I can't do it. that's basically what the powers are, or like flight and heat vision and all the other shit that Superman can do. He has to flex some muscle to exert some force to make something happen. Okay, so magic would affect Superman on the same level that it would affect us, in the sense that, like, hey, Superman can't be affected to it because it's something that's not physical. Like, his powers are physical, based in science.
Yeah.
Right? So, of course, he's going to be affected by it, just like the rest of us would be.
Just like Batman. Well, I guess it didn't work on Batman.
It doesn't work on Batman. Why?
He throws a batarang at it.
Because he's Batman. Seriously. Really, Jalen? Really, boy? But whatever. So the Justice League show up and they're immediately infected.
Yeah, how like Batman says, "Go away, Green Lantern." He's like, "No, I'm okay, Batman.
I got this." So Green Lantern shows up and fights Batman,
and just
Batman beats his ass. Green Lantern has the most powerful weapon in the galaxy, the Green Lantern ring. Should not be able to be defeated because anything that he can think up in his imagination should be able to take out Batman. And Batman punches him in the face repeatedly.
And then takes his ring off.
And takes his ring.
And then tases him.
And tasers him.
And then punches him again.
Just in time for Wonder Woman to try to attack Batman. To where Zatanna sits there and freaking uses her magic on Wonder Woman to, tie Wonder Woman up with her own lasso, which is supposed to be unbreakable. But at the exact same time, should also make Wonder Woman lose her powers.
It's Wonder Woman's weakness.
Yeah. But then as soon as she does that, she stops Superman from damn near killing Batman because Superman almost fisted him.
Yeah. But
in the face.
I like how Batman looks at it and he just walks away slowly from it.
He's like,
He's like, oh.
That almost happened.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
There's worse ways to go. Superman blasting me in the face.
It's funny. Zatanna's like, hurry and get out of the way. Batman's like, okay. And he just walks.
He just walks out of the way. No big deal.
He's like, it was just Superman.
Yeah. Now, I don't know where the rest of the Justice League are at. I was promised that freaking Martian Manhunter would show up.
Where's the Hawkman?
I was promised that Cyborg was in the Justice League.
I was promised that
Flash was somewhere. They even said the word Shazam.
Wait, where's Aquaman? I haven't seen Aquaman in like a long time.
I know. What's he doing? I mean, does this magic not affect him in the waters of Atlantis?
Or is he too busy in the waters?
Maybe he might be too busy just shacking it up with Queen Mira. Who knows? But the Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern showed up, and that was about it.
So Hal Jordan couldn't have seen this and been like, maybe I should go back to Earth.
Maybe I should. Two Green Lanterns are better than one. Batman can't punch us all in the face. So
he can't tase every single one.
Yeah. So I don't know. Whatever. Swamp Thing comes out. He gets summoned by Constantine to fight Destiny, and Destiny just doesn't. He just swats him away.
I like how John Constantine in this movie is just making people fight.
Yeah, just making people fight for him. So finally, he has a plan. I'm gonna talk shit to Destiny. He's gonna bring me in close, and then the dead man's gonna freaking come out of my chest, and he's gonna freaking take him out. And then Jason Blood's gonna sit there and freaking who's been separated by Etrigan, separated from Etrigan by Destiny. He's going to sit there and freaking Jason Blood's gonna kill Dr. Destiny.
He stabs him
right through the back into the chest, takes out the Dreamstone, and that takes out Destiny.
And he comes back to good old Richie.
Turns back into Richie.
Richie's like, no, that's not the stuff.
He's like, that's not the stuff anymore, man. He's like, hey, man, you helped me out, bro. And so, we can go back home, right? And right then is when the Grim Reapers came in, like that movie Ghost. You never saw the movie Ghost, but there were Grim Reapers in there that take a person's soul to hell. And they did that to him. Very creepy, very haunting stuff.
He's like, help me, Johnny.
Then John's like, I can't do it. Like, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. I'm like, all right, and they just take him on to hell. And it's hell because there was fire when it happened. So, but that's where he went. And
That's the end of Richie.
that's the end of Richie. But that's not the only person who dies.
Nope.
Jason Blood's now been separated from Etrigan, who's only been in just this one movie. And, Jason Blood can't take it, and he also dies. He's been alive for 500 years,
I guess, but they said that because you were stabbed before you became Etrigan, you die. So I'm like, wait, so Etrigan didn't try to heal him? They had magic, couldn't they have, like, helped him?
He was helping him. For 500 years, he was helping him.
But couldn't they, like, help him now that he's separated, or is that just...
What do you want? He was helping him for like 500 years. The dude lived. The dude is a regular guy like you and me. Okay. And then he gets a demon attached to him, and now he's Etrigan, and he's been Etrigan for like the past 500 years.
So now he's dead.
Yeah. He basically was around Ra's al Ghul's entire life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, not anymore. He died.
No, he died.
He died just like Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. And
Richie went to the place.
Well, he didn't die just like him, but he died. I mean, he died as did Ra's al Ghul.
And then Richie went to the place that Ra's al Ghul went to.
Well, yeah, actual hell. So, so whatever. But now Etrigan is free, so he goes off and does whatever he's gonna do.
He's like, okay, guys, time to become a villain.
Yeah, I guess I'm done. And basically at the very end of the movie, this is where we're at right now. You end with Constantine learning from Zatanna that, she's going to be in the Justice League and that they also want Constantine in there too, which I'm like, look, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't Batman want both of them in the Justice League?
He's like, get in the Justice League, okay?
Yeah, we could use you guys. And
we need, just don't be like everyone else where they're part of the Justice League and they don't show up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only like 8 of us here, so. But whatever, they end up going to the House of Mystery and having a drink with the house and whatever.
House disappears,
movie ends.
No end credit scene.
It's done, I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
I actually liked it the whole time. The jokes were great. Everybody, personality was great. I liked it.
Yeah.
What do you give it?
I'll give it a 4.
Okay, I was going to give it a 4 as well. I didn't hate this movie. I actually enjoyed it. For an hour and 15 minutes, I don't know what is Bad Blood's problem.
It's like...
that movie flew through everything. Like, that movie should have been like 2 hours long.
But these 2 movies, like the last 2, were the same amount of time, but like they just did it better.
They did it better. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this movie. So what else did you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I finished the Assassin's Creed Revelations with Old Man Ezio, so I'm done with Ezio. I'm with Connor now.
Connor. Okay, yeah. And how are you liking that one?
I mean, I like it, but it took me so long to get the suit.
Well, yeah, but damn it if Connor isn't involved in every bit of the American Revolution.
Yeah, I just got to the Boston Tea Party.
Oh, you did that? Okay.
And then I did the thing where they're like, the British are coming.
Oh, with Paul Revere.
Yeah, and then like you get to make them kill the British while you're like on a horse, like shoot him. Connor's like, no, I'm gonna ride this horse back and forth between the lines of people and tell them what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I like Assassin's Creed 3 for me plays like Arkham. Yeah, Arkham games. I told you a while back, like it plays like an Arkham game. At least that's what I felt. Eventually you'll get done with this game.
And then it's pirate time.
It's pirate time. You're playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah.
It doesn't take as long to get set up in that game. But have you done a mission where you're fighting on the water yet?
Yeah, I did that.
What'd you think?
It's not bad. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Yeah, that's what ended up making Assassin's Creed Black Flag become a thing. So, you're going to have to enjoy that a lot because in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, that's pretty much a lot of what you do. You're going to be doing that.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, it's expanded upon here. So, whatever. I just wanted to see what you were thinking about that game.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're gonna have to go ahead and call this an episode. I had fun. Okay.
Didn't have fun watching Raw, but
Yeah.
had fun doing this.
Yeah. Well, if you like this, go ahead and also check out the YouTube channel, Gentleman Jug. I also have a Facebook, Gentleman Jug, and Instagram and Twitter, also Gentleman Jug. Follow me on those platforms, and we'll see you on the next one
When it's ready.